All right. Pretty exciting day here, huh? By the way, this is our court security officer. It's her birthday today, so we gotta wish her a happy birthday. She's keeping us all out of trouble and keeping us safe. All right. Molly, you're in charge.
Yeah.
We have a video person. All right.
We're here on gender matter number 061116, where the Honorable Judge Sheehan is presiding an adversarial action taken by Nicholas E. Froning, the plaintiff, versus Chelsie M. Froning, the defendant, regarding the disclosure of the gender of their unborn baby. Thank you to everyone in attendance for this very important hearing. My name is Molly Floyd, and I'm the gender reveal specialist. As you may or may not know, Nick and Chelsie Froning are expecting on February 22nd, 2020. In today's era, the parties are able to determine the gender well in advance of the birth. What we have here today is a motion to suppress hearing, filed by Mr. Froning, the father. A motion to suppress is simply a request of the court to exclude certain information. Here, Mr. Froning is requesting this honorable court to suppress the results of the gender test. Mr. Froning is being represented by Mr. Christopher Woodworth, and Mrs. Froning is being represented by Mrs. Michelle Sheehan. Immediately following today's matter, regardless of the outcome, we are having a happy hour at Naughty Mermaid located on West 6 to celebrate the happy couple and the revelation of this hearing. Now at this time, we expect both parties to state their arguments for and against the suppression of the gender through counsel.
Thank you, Molly. Great job. By the way, Molly said she's nervous about public speaking. Good job. All right. Again, my name is Brendan Sheehan. It gives me great honor to preside over this hearing. I do want to let everyone take a look at the lawyers here. This is Michelle Sheehan. I love it. She's an appellate judge now. Now I can call her attorney Michelle Sheehan. And Chris Woodworth is here, and Chris has evened up the odds because Chris, show everyone what's on your lapel. He's got a photo of my 50th birthday button.
And we would like to object.
Your Honor, I'm offended that opposing counsel would even think that I'm currying favor with you by wearing a picture of you as a small, handsome young man on my lapel. When counsel has clearly been currying your favor for 24 years.
All right, so let me put it into perspective. This matters before me today, us today, on Mr. Froning, the presumed father of his unborn child. Wherein Mr. Froning is requesting me, this court, to grant the motion and deny the parties of identifying the gender of the unborn child. Mr. Woodward, as it's your motion.
Object that too.
Jerry, take this man out. Is it Mr. Melling back there? Or is it Mr. Coblentz? Mr. Coblentz! Oh, that's okay. Take Coblentz out.
Your Honor, I may need him to defend me in my own contempt proceedings later and in front of the bar, so I would ask that he stay.
All right, Mr. Woodworth, it's your motion. Would you like to be heard?
Unfortunately, yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is a very important matter. As we stand here today, we have two parents with unequal rights. My client, Mr. Froning, requests, did you type your own name wrong there? Requests this honorable court give them the opportunity to learn of the gender of the child at the birth of the child on February 22nd. I believe that there are issues here in both the chain of custody for this document that is supposed to be revealed today. And I believe there are issues that will be discussed outlining precedent that establishes my client's superior right so that the gender will not be revealed. It's opening statement.
Ms. Sheehan. By the way, you look very nice today. Would you like to be heard?
Yes, but I was assuming we would go ahead and address the merits. Would you like an opening statement?
Sure.
Or the merits to be done? Well, from an
Opening statement, sure.
For an opening statement
Well,
perspective.
before you give your opening statement, just out of curiosity, let's get a feel for the crowd here. How many people in the audience want to know what the sex of this unborn child is? Raise your hand. All right. I said that overwhelming. How about who doesn't want to know? All right. I just want to make sure. I just got to take the flavor of the room here. All right, Ms. Sheehan, go ahead.
Your Honor, that is my opening statement.
Thank you, Ms. Sheehan. All right. Well, it's your motion. Go
I
ahead.
would like to call. Yeah, I would. All right? That's why you're the client.
Get your client under control.
Yes.
I'm gonna call Ms. Floyd.
Who?
Just note the objection, there were no witness lists.
Come on up.
Where do I sit?
Come on up, Eric. Come on. Do you want to raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this case down here, as you shall answer unto God?
I do.
Have a seat up here. Watch your seat. Watch your step. All right. So you know that chair doesn't move. So you have to lean forward and speak loud and clear to that microphone.
Okay.
Mr. Woodworth.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Can you please tell us where you received, or I should say, the gender has been placed, there's a test that's been placed on a document, correct?
That is correct.
And you are in possession of that document?
Not anymore.
Where is it now? So it was brought here today by you.
It was.
Where did you receive it?
In the mail in my apartment.
Is that certified mail? Do you know who mailed it to you?
I do.
Who was that?
Chelsea and Nicholas Froning.
So Mrs. Froning had the document before you had it.
She did, but it was sealed.
Was there original seal from the facility that the document was produced by?
Yes.
On the envelope?
On that envelope.
Do you have records, chain of custody document for us to review?
Out of line. We're here about the thing. We don't care how the document got.
Withdrawn.
All right.
I just think there's major chain of custody issues here,
Any
Your Honor.
questions? Any questions? Ms.
Just a
Sheehan?
couple, Your Honor. Ms. Molly
Floyd.
Floyd, do you know specifically that my client mailed that letter, or versus Nick? Do you have any specific knowledge who mailed it to you?
I know that Mr. Froning asked for my address.
Okay, so it's possible Mr. Froning mailed
Could
it.
have.
And is there any reason to believe that this has been tampered with in any way, the mail?
No, it still seems sealed.
No questions?
Thank you. You're done. Thank you, Molly. Great job. All right. Watch your step. Yep. All right. Mr. Woodworth, anything else you'd like to say?
Just very briefly, Your Honor, I think there's 2 points that need to be raised here. I believe everyone is familiar with the lovely program that existed both on radio and television from 1949 to 1960. Father Knows Best. And if we look to precedent there,
All
I
right.
think it says it right there, Americana, right there in entertainment form for all of us, that knows Father Knows Best. Secondly, I believe it's been established that Mrs. Nicholas Froning has conceded authority to Mr. Nicholas Froning by taking his name. And in that interest, then, my client's desires should trump hers. Nothing further.
No objections on that, Ms. Sheehan?
Let me catch my breath.
All right, Ms. Sheehan, you may be heard on your arguments.
Like I said, Father knows best. Your Honor, you know we wholeheartedly disagree with this motion to suppress. But I think what we can agree on is that we want a healthy baby. Right, Mr. Froning? We want a healthy baby. So your decision today can affect the health of this baby, and that's why it's so important that you deny this frivolous motion to suppress. Now, we know this couple. You've known them for a little while. And when Mr. Froning fell in love with the lovely Chelsea, he knew the smart, adorable, organized, some might say a little OCD person he was marrying. She's a planner. She has lists upon lists. You can relate to being married to such an individual, can you not? Having a baby is stressful. We need to plan. We need to organize. Study after study has shown the stress of the mother can impact the stress of the child. And if you can minimize the stress on the health of this baby just a little bit, it's an important factor today. But that's not all. It's not just the mental health of my client. It's the physical health, it's the financial, and then there's everyone in this room being considered. Physically, while father might know best, this is the year 2018, a woman has a right over her body. And in this particular relationship, it seems like Mr. Froning thinks he can dictate every decision in his marriage. Now, we all know that next to a woman's wedding day, the birth of her first child is one of the most important days of her life. She should be entitled to enjoy that day and to know the sex of the very baby growing inside of her. Would you want your daughters to be subjected to some man's decision as to whether or not they can control the decision of what the sex of their child is? I don't think anyone in this room is going to.
Boy, this is getting down a road I didn't plan on.
Let alone the fact that we all know that a mother bonds with her child while it's still inside. She needs to know if she's bonding with a little girl or a little boy, because we don't want any sex identity, gender identity issues later on. So these are very important questions. Let alone financially. I appeal to your financial sense. This is a young couple. Just bought a home. I think someone's spending a lot of money on water things, toys.
That's another case. You hired this guy because Chelsea wants him arrested. Go ahead.
They have it's a 2-bedroom house. They have a room to make a nursery. They need to spend their money very smartly and efficiently as to how they're going to decorate this room. Will this be sharks or will this be mermaids? We don't know. So those are important. Oh, and more importantly, what's the Irish cardigan? Is it going to be an Irish cardigan or an Irish crew neck? These things need to be made now. Decisions need to be made. There's going to be showers. They need to know these things. And then, what about Nick's mom? She lives far away. She wants to help. How can she decide what to send, how to help?
Are you saying Nick's mom is supporting Chelsea?
I'm saying, wouldn't she like to know the sex of the child, her grandchild?
Wait, let me stop you real quick.
She's not a
Barb,
witness.
Barb is here. Stand up so everyone knows Nick's mom is here. Everyone give Nick's mom a round of applause. All the way from Fargo.
Barb, North Dakota, everybody.
Barb, I gotta ask, which way are you leaning on this?
Ah, she's not a witness, Your Honor.
I just want to know.
I'll allow it. I approve. No
And she might be a
objection.
little biased.
Have you ever dealt with Nick Froning when he's been in a bad mood? I'm going to beg forgiveness of the court and say I cannot answer that question.
Plead the fifth.
There you go.
Plead the fifth. All right.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Plead the fifth. All right.
Sixth and seventh.
Sorry. Sorry, counsel. By the way, this is fun for me because I can ask her questions.
Yeah.
Stop her as an appellate judge.
But I'm not done, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What about Molly, the best friend? Who can keep secrets between best friends? This is going to rip their friendship apart. That for months she has to sit on that. So you got to think about others as well. And what's the downside? They're going to find out the sex of their child anyway. It's just a matter of time. And we know this couple, they need all the time they can to figure out names. We don't want this child born with no name. So for all those reasons, Your Honor, the mental, the physical, the financial, all these people in this room today, as well as there's absolutely no downside, we would respectfully request you to deny the motion to suppress. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sheehan. You know, I want to first of all thank the parties for this very insightful arguments for me. This case is one that involves complex legal issues related to the decision-making of parents, Nick and Chelsie Froning. On one hand, as a parent, myself, I didn't know the sex of my child before it was born. Such a process was exciting and really advanced our love for one another, as we didn't know what that baby's name or what that baby's sex was going to be. On the other hand, there's a disagreement here as to revealing the gender. As held in law, and as I stated to you, Mr. Froning, on June 11th, 2016, by the way, that's the date of the case, by the way, in case you didn't catch that, 6/11/16, that your wedding day, that was the day that you will never forget, and that's the day that I reminded you that would be the last time you would ever have the upper hand in this relationship. When I asked you to raise your hand as such, and I think I reminded the crowd. So, as such, and knowing and hearing the arguments, I have to say, Chelsie did a much better job hiring a lawyer than you.
How do we get paid?
I am going to rule in favor of Chelsie Froning. Is there anything else we need to discuss?
Your Honor, I would ask for an immediate stay of your decision so that it can be reviewed by someone from the 8th District.
Your Honor, we would consider conceding this motion to suppress if Mr. Froning will concede that Chelsie can be a stay-at-home mom.
All right, Your Honor, it's too late for deals.
I'm not getting into that.
It's too late for deals, Your Honor.
All right. It's now with my honor to announce to all, and mostly Nick and Chelsie, the envelope. From University Hospital.
Oh, I don't trust them. I don't trust any one of them and then the children.
Is everyone ready? It's a girl. Congratulations. Now, I do want to let everyone know this. Before we had this hearing, I asked Chelsie and Nick, I said, what if it's a girl, what's the names? And they said, oh, if it's a girl, we are going to have a round 2, a fight for the name. So, anyways, we may have another hearing as to the name. But anyways, I just want to thank everyone. And Nick, Chelsie, you guys want to stand up? Anything?
You're doing top, little girl.
No, thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun. We really appreciate everybody coming out, and hope everybody joins us at Naughty Mermaid.
I love it. I love it. Pink drinks. Congratulations, everyone. Thanks.